We own.
We are on. And just before we start, Devout, I just got to say one word.
Oh yeah.
Diabolical.
Diabolical, mate.
You know what? We're going to get into that. We've got to speak
Yep.
about The Boys. We have
Oh.
got to speak about the trailers. Oh my gosh, loads of new
Mhm.
trailers.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
The
Yep.
big monster review. Well, actually, monster. You know what? It's so funny because I kind of have this kind of thing about Jurassic World. Whether it's a monster movie, is it what? I mean, what are they? Because it's not a monster movie, though, is it? Though, really?
I guess you could technically say it is because I mean they are in the
Mm,
definition of what a monster could be, isn't it? Depends on what type
yeah.
of dinosaur you cross. If it's the T-Rex, it's definitely a monster. If it's a Brontosaurus is a bit more, they're herbivores, so they're a bit more chilled out. So I
Yeah.
guess you could call it a monster movie. Yeah.
Exactly. So, folks, if you just kind of like downloaded the show, this is episode 193. Deval and I, we're going to be reviewing Jurassic World Dominion. So, stick around for
Mhm.
that one. Before that, we're going to be speaking about the trailers and about what's on streaming. And obviously, we're going to throw in some movie news as well. But listen, catch us on YouTube if you want to watch us.
Mm.
Whilst you're online and doing stuff, you can see our amazing faces in
Mhm.
you know
Amazing. We've been told before that we should model, isn't it? Tell the people, remember, so if you want to see this in action, yeah, not just here,
seriously,
because some people are visual, yeah.
visual learners, listeners, whatever you want to call it. But listen, yeah, if you want
Oh,
Deval to
mate.
take his shirt off, things are heating up
Exactly.
in London at the moment.
Get us 1,000 likes, shirt comes off. Yeah.
Do it, seriously, do this. I want to just see him, like, no, the white vest, the
The
white
white vest.
vest of
Oh, the Bruce Willis.
Die
Okay.
Hard days, man.
Okay, I get it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So listen, like, subscribe us, do all that sort of stuff, and hit us
Yep.
up on Instagram as well. We kind of love chatting to you guys on Instagram. We love having a bit of back and forth. But listen, let's get
Yeah.
into the show, Ado. So before any of all that stuff,
Cool.
let's do the shout outs.
Got quite a few shout outs this week, so I'm going to whiz through them. So, first one goes out to King.Solani. And she actually mentioned on Instagram there's a show called Brand New Cherry on
Mm,
Netflix. And on her Instagram said, go to episode 4, 35 minutes in episode 4. There is a crazy sex scene. So, I've yet to do it, but go ahead, try it. Let us know what you think. I heard it's a
sounds good.
crazy, crazy sex scene. So let's see what happens to that one. Next shout out goes to our very own Zakharov, who's going to come on the show. You'll
Yeah.
see him reviewing a movie. I'm not sure what the movie's going to be. It might be Nope. We'll have to wait and see. So Nope is Jordan Peele's movie, horror sort of
Yeah.
sci-fi movie coming out soon. So we'll see, we'll let you know about that one. Next shout out goes out to Betty underscore meow underscore meow. So Betty meow meow. And Betty Meow Meow shouted us out in relation to a post about, the one about Kanye West
Kanye West. Yeah.
wanting, what's his name again? Another guy,
Danny
uh,
McBride.
Danny McBride, to play him in a biopic. Lots of people on social media commented about that, saying how it sounds like a crazy idea. Charlie Jai UK, she commented about that as well. CL Noir 3, she commented about that as well. So
Yeah.
let us know what you guys think about any of our social media posts. Get in
Yeah.
touch. We like to talk.
Exactly. And let's just go back a bit. Even Zakharov, he
Yeah.
wrote, they can both go home and call a therapist, which I thought was like really funny. So Zakharov, yeah, it's actually really quite funny. Yeah, let's get on to movie news now.
Yep.
Devout, when did Joker, and I'm talking about the Joaquin Phoenix
Mm.
Joker movie, when did that actually come out? Do you remember?
Was, I want to say October 2019, wasn't it? Yeah.
Wow,
October 2019.
2019.
Yeah, yeah.
God, I for some reason I just thought it was kind of like way before that, but 2019 doesn't sound
Mm.
too long ago. But listen,
No.
check this out. Joker 2 has officially been confirmed, folks, and also we're going to be getting a title. So Todd Phillips, he came out and
Mm.
he said that the next film is going to be called Joker Folie à Dieu. So do you know
Huh?
what a Foley is? And a Dieu, I mean, I'm assuming that means God, but Folie à Dieu.
No. Is
Divaldo.
that the official title?
According to our little birdies, according to our
Yeah,
people out in, wherever they are, Joker, Foley adieu. So Phillips, he directed it and co-wrote the first Joker movie.
yeah.
He always kind of said
Okay.
that he wouldn't do a sequel, and even
Mm.
Joaquin Phoenix said that he wouldn't do a sequel unless there was something really, really kind of um, important for him to kind of like do with the character. So maybe this script is, supposed to be
Money
pretty
talks,
amazing.
man. Money talks and bullshit
Yeah,
walks. Come on now,
exactly.
they're getting paid swell, 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 swell.
Exactly. And listen, the blurb is folia dure is defined as a psychological disorder where the same or similar mental disorder affects two or more people.
Is it?
So is he kind of, are other people kind of buying into the whole Joker thing and then they
Well,
just get,
they kind of were. Remember in the first movie, uh,
yeah,
like lots of other
at the
people
end.
were putting on the Joker sort of face, and they all kind of drank the Kool-Aid and were, doing the
Yeah.
same sort of thing. So it could be, yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, we were fans of that one. I actually thought
Yeah,
it was really good. It was kind of
really good.
dark. It
Yeah,
was really gritty, and kind of the. I know a lot of people kind of had took umbrage with the whole thing about about the talk of mental health, and
mental
about
health.
how
Yeah,
we had a conversation on the show about the whole thing, and I think
yeah.
was that when Kay came onto the show as well, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But
Yeah,
mental
we
health,
spoke
yeah,
about.
it's a big thing, and I think you don't really get those points of discussion when it comes to superhero movies and stuff. But I think the way they depicted the character, the journey it took from him from point A to point,
Yeah.
the consequences, you can see it because we got a glimpse into his life.
Mm.
So it's an interesting one. So hopefully the second movie can continue with that and delve a bit deeper as well. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
see.
So yeah, so what are your thoughts on that? Is should there be a sequel? I know a lot of people will be like, no, it doesn't need a sequel.
I don't think
It
it
just,
needs one,
yeah,
but if they do it, they've got the expectation now is really high, so
yeah,
they really need to do a good job, or
exactly.
at least match what they did before.
Mm. All right, okay, let's move on to MCU now. This is kind of like developing. I think, yeah, there's a good chance that this next piece of news might come to fruition, actually. So, Deval, yeah, let us know about this because this is interesting. This is kind of like another team up of sorts. So, what's this news?
Yeah, so this news is that the MCU, so Marvel, Disney, Kevin Feige and all those people, they have confirmed that a Thunderbolts movie is
Mm,
now in the making. And you're asking, who are Thunderbolts? Is it like
mm,
Thor sending Thunderbolts down to Earth? No. Thunderbolts are a team, a little bit like the Avengers, but on the darker side. They are
yeah,
more a team made up of some villains. I wouldn't say maybe the most super of villains. So you're not going to get, you know, Thanos level type people,
yeah,
but it's more the people that are sort of the mid level. So you got, well, the first person I'm going to mention isn't really a mid-level person. He's the Red Hulk, so he would be he's very strong.
yeah,
Baron Zemo is part of the Thunderbolts, so we saw him in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
yeah.
In the comics, the Winter Soldier is part of the Thunderbolts.
Mm.
You have people like I've got a little list here actually. You've got
Yeah, go
people
for it.
like well in the comics, Luke Cage was part of it. Don't ask me why or how.
Is it?
Hawkeye was part of it for a while. Sometimes these members, they interchange. Sometimes they
Yeah.
join. Sometimes they leave or whatever it might be. So yeah, basically, it's those sorts of mid-level people. Some people that have powers, some people that don't, and they basically fight against the Avengers and they try to overthrow them. Sometimes from within. They've also been called the Masters of Evil. That's been a name for the
Mm.
Thunderbolts in the comics before. So this is a movie that they've actually got a director. This director is called what's his name? His name is Jake Schreiber or
Okay.
Schreier. And yeah, so this is like an indie film director, not really massive portfolio, but as you know, Marvel do like to tap into the indie pool for their
Yeah.
movies sometimes. So yeah, this sounds like it could be something to look forward to. Obviously, we know General Ross. He passed away, isn't it? The actor that played him passed away.
Oh, God, what was his name?
Uh,
Shit.
Tip of your tongue. Tip of your tongue. It will come to
It's
us.
gonna come. But yeah, Thunderbolts. I mean, it kind of is
Yeah,
named after him, right? Because of his name.
exactly. So, and that's where they're saying the other character, Dreyfus, what's her name? You know,
Oh,
the
Julia.
Julia Dreyfus, yeah.
Yeah,
She popped up in the Winter Soldier and Falcon. Her character, I think, will probably
could be.
take the lead role that uh
So Black Panther's sister could
General
be
Ross
General Ross. Yeah.
was
So
before.
Black
Yeah.
Panther's sister might. Sorry, not Black Panther's sister. Black Widow's sister might. She could be, because remember she's doing odd jobs.
Yes, she's also in the comics has been part of the Thunderbolts as well. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, she could be part of the team,
Mm.
and also the Hobgoblin's been part of the team before. So there's
Oh,
been a bit of a see me and what's her name, Belova,
that's
uh, Yelena Belova,
that's it.
is the one. But yeah, the team. I mean, William Hurt is his name, isn't it? The
That was
person
it.
that died,
William Hurt.
that
Yeah.
passed away. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd team. They enter fights, but at the same time they do present the Avengers or whoever the
Yeah.
next Avengers team might be. They will present them with a problem. So let's see how that turns out. Not sure
Oh, they
exactly when
could
it's
have.
going to be released, but it
Yeah.
will come out soon. And also remember
That's
the Hulk. The Hulk can't have his own movie because they have the Universal has the
the
rights
rights to
to
that.
the IP of the Hulk. That's why any sort of involvement the Hulk has, the Hulk's name cannot be on the title, but the Hulk can
Right.
be involved in another ensemble.
Yeah, and also remember they're bringing back Emil Blon. Is it Blonsky?
Yeah,
Abomination.
yeah. They are, and
Who knows?
he may be part of it too.
Exactly. And the only other thing that I will say, this could be MCU's Justice League moment. Sorry, not Justice League.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad
Mm,
moment.
yeah,
It
that's
could be,
true. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
quirky kind of characters. Do you reckon that they could kind of compete in that arena?
No, I don't think so. Because it's gonna have to be PG-13, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Suicide Squad is just, so far out there. You need it to be out there.
They're like
Bad
animals,
guys,
those guys.
exactly. Bad guys do bad things, and Disney won't have that.
No,
So,
no, exactly. So listen, look, we'll keep you posted on that one. That does actually sound interesting. So we
mm,
know that obviously Marvel Universe is expanding, is going into different directions. And we're going to speak a bit about that with the release of Ms. Marvel a bit later on in the show.
mhm,
But check this out. I want to kind of go through this. Like everyone has, like, these big, huge media companies, like Disney has D20 or whatever it is that they do, like, the Disney
D23, yeah.
D23, obviously there's CinemaCon and there's all these other things, right? So Netflix, they have their own thing as well. I didn't even know this was a thing, but this is called
Mm,
Geeked Week. And this takes
okay.
place, it took place from June the 6th to June the 10th. So just yesterday it finished. And they announced a shitload of stuff, right? So if you haven't heard, there's going to be a new show called The Sandman, and there's a trailer
Yeah,
already out. We didn't have enough space to go through these on the trailer section,
yeah.
but listen, go check out The Sandman. That is an award-winning graphic novel, and it's supposed to be really, really good. The graphic novel, and Netflix, they bought the rights to it. They're bringing that to into a TV show. This one is going to be really interesting. This is Wednesday Adams. I'm not sure if you ever heard of this one, Devaldo, but this is the Adams family. They're getting
Ah,
kind of like a little bit of a reboot, and it's directed by Tim Burton.
okay.
And it focuses on the girl. Her name is Wednesday Adams.
Mm,
So that's going to be coming out. Guillermo del Toro, he's got something called it's called Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, a kind of like horror kind of, kind of
okay.
like a haunting of Hill House type of thing. There's something called The Imperfects, which is kind of that looks crazy. There's this thing called The Imperfects, about a group of kids. They've been experimented on, and they turn into mutants. So
Okay.
make of that what you will. Lock and Key. There's going to be Warrior Nun, a new season of
Yep.
that. There's a show called Manifest. There's a show called All of Us Are Dead. There's like so many other things. There's Resident Evil 1899, which is a new series from the creators of Dark. So if you liked Dark, remember that twisty time bending thing?
The German show. Yeah, yeah.
German show. Loads of stuff, man. So and the one thing that a lot of people are kind of excited about is this one called Spiderhead, which stars Chris Hemsworth,
Yeah.
and it's been billed as Black Mirror meets Shutter Island.
Yeah, I can see that. I get that reference. It seems kind of weird actually.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to that one actually. I'm not looking forward to Sandman. I got a funny feeling that's gonna flop. I don't know
It's
why,
gonna be
but
shit.
I
Yeah,
just don't
exactly.
trust it.
I know what you mean. When I saw bits of the trailer, I was like, I don't know about this. Do you know that? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But listen, there's a lot of stuff out there. Go check them out. Netflix, they're bringing out, despite them canceling a lot of stuff and losing a lot of subscribers, they
Mm.
are still coming out with new content. So yeah, we'll see how that all goes. And finally, on movie news, I just want to kind of mention this one. So remember the big blockbuster from last year, from December, which was Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
They're actually going to be re-releasing it back into the cinema, Deval, with
What?
an extended cut. Check this out.
Oh my
The news came
gosh.
on Friday. So, in celebration of the 60 years of Spider-Man comic book character and 20 years of Spider-Man movies, right? They are going to be bringing an extended cut. So, I mean, a lot of people will probably go back to the cinema to watch it again, just to
Especially
see
over
what it
over
is.
over summertime. You're right. Yeah, the curiosity. I wonder how much more we'll get though. Let's
Mm,
say the original was, I don't know, 120 minutes. Yeah,
come on,
how
it
much
can't be
more
that
minutes are
much
we going to
more.
get? Exactly. If it's just 8 minutes or so, nah.
Mm,
But yeah, we'll see. But it's a money grab, isn't it? Let's be
yeah, of
honest. It's a
course.
money grab.
Yeah, exactly. That's what all they want, basically. And it's kind of like that thing that they did with didn't they do the same thing with Avengers? Didn't they re-release it at some point? And they had like some dodgy CGI
Mm,
or something, or unfinished CGI
what an Endgame?
on one of the movies. If I
One of
can't
them.
remember.
Probably. I can't remember to be honest, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, well, listen. If you are looking to watch that, tickets go on sale in August
Mm.
in the States, and everywhere else is probably going to be sometime after that. All right, okay. Let's move on to the next one, Devaldo. So, what we doing now over here?
So yes, now we got Obi-Wan, which I'm going to just talk about really quickly.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan is available on Disney Plus right now. It's the fourth episode that's happened. No, is it
yeah,
fourth episode? Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
fourth
Fourth episode.
episode
Yeah, part
that's
4. Yeah,
happened. And I will say, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't watched it,
yeah,
but it's not probably so far a show called Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's one of the flagship characters of
yeah.
Star Wars.
It's not living
I
up to hype,
It's
man.
not, and people I've spoken to, they've said they've not really enjoyed it that much. I found myself going on my phone while I was watching it because it
Yes.
wasn't really grabbing my attention. I wasn't really
Yep.
feeling it that much. The little Leia girl still getting on my nerves, and it's
It's
just not
true.
really. Mm. So that's all I've got to say about it.
Yeah. No, no, absolutely. I mean, the part 4, it
That's
just
all I've
kind
got to
of.
say.
I wish.
Ah,
I don't know, man.
2 episodes left. I mean, mate,
They
I'm just
listen. They had one job with the show, right? They had to bridge that gap between what happened after Revenge of the Sith, and
yeah,
then to that fill in the gaps between what happened then and then to that fight in Star Wars Episode 1.
yeah,
When they meet each other again. So
yeah, yeah.
somewhere in these next couple of, in these next 2 episodes, there's got to be some sort of thing where it's like, oh right, okay, so we're gonna,
Mm,
the hype surrounding it is just too big, man. And this is a
yeah.
deep character. He's kind of like got a lot of backstory. So do it justice is all I'm going to say. So
Mm,
you can watch that on Disney Plus, and episodes are dropping every Wednesday.
yeah,
Or you can watch this next show, which we're going to speak about, which is Ms. Marvel. And
yeah.
Deval, I'll be honest with you, I didn't have any expectation of this. I it was like, all right, okay, they're bringing out another Marvel,
Mm,
connected show, and okay, I'm going to watch it. And I got to say, man, I was pleasantly surprised. It hit the right tone. The balance was really good. The colors, it's colorful, really joyful. Watching, Kamala Khan's kind of story about,
mm,
she's this New Jersey girl, living with her parents and living with her brother, and she's got to basically go through high school. It did remind me a bit of the Spider Verse. It reminded me of um, Scott Pilgrim a bit, with the whole
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
animation and things like that.
yeah,
It has got this really good vibe. It's actually doing really well. It's trending online. It's got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.3 on IMDb, and the critics, like, they basically love it. I mean, I actually think this is really good, and this is her debut, Iman Vellani.
yeah.
He hasn't acted in anything else, man.
Nope. Nope, and you're spot on. I wasn't expecting much. I thought, oh, okay, this is going to be very kiddish, very
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know. But you know what? It was really refreshing to see, just like
Mhm.
you said, it kind of like it was from the comics. Comics lifted to the screen, and that's sometimes hard to do if you try and do it too accurately. But this came across really well. The funny thing about Iman Vellani, she is Pakistani
Mm.
Canadian, so I think it's really good with what Disney have done in casting people, you know, in front of the camera as well as behind the camera who
Yeah.
represent the the characters that they're actually portraying, which I think is
Yeah.
really good. When you watch the cast, the writers, the directors, it reflects that, which I think is
Yeah.
really good to see because there's
Yeah.
talent out there in every demographic, and I think sometimes when you're trying to portray a story of people that really understand what the character's going through, sometimes you have to actually tell it through the lens of the people that have actually gone through that in real life, which
Absolutely.
someone like she has done, the writers have done, and she actually herself, Iman Vellani, she was a Miss Marvel fangirl in real life.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
footage showing her from a young age loving this character because she can relate to it, and relate to the sort of challenges and stuff, socially that character Miss Marvel as well as herself had to go through coming up. So I think they've done well. I think so far it's a light viewing, so don't expect too much.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's actually it's entertaining, and I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
good.
it's like, I think there's going to be a lot of other, like, there's going to be teen angst in there. There's kind of like this whole thing
Mm,
about her and her parents, and
yeah,
they kind of did show that thing really well, where she's imaginative. She's thinking
yeah,
about kind of the Avengers a lot, and she
yeah,
thinks about
yeah.
Captain Marvel a lot. There was a bit of controversy a couple of days ago, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, and they were like, "Well,
Mm.
okay, they're not going to show her powers as the way they are in the comics a little
Oh,
bit,
because
maybe, or the powers, or how she gets the powers,
Origins. Yeah, because in
the
the
origin."
comics, the Origins are from the what are they called again? Oh my gosh, my mind's gone blank. She's a Black Bolt, his people. What are they called again?
Oh,
Inhuman. That's it. Yeah.
Inhumans,
In the comics, she's an Inhuman, or the Terrigen Mist. Sort of, she gets exposed to the Terrigen Mist, which
right?
which activates her Inhuman genes.
Yeah,
But in this one, it kind of looks like her powers derive from that
from the
bangle
from the
from
bangle.
her auntie or whoever,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
her
could
grandma,
be like either
or like
eternal type, uh,
or
like
Shang, or even like
history, or
Shang.
Shang-Chi, exactly.
Yes.
So it could be eternally or Shang-Chi-ish or something else similar. Who knows? But it kind of the power kind of resembled that. So it'd be interesting to find out, where
Mm,
her powers came from and what the extent of her powers can be.
yeah.
Yeah, good
So,
stuff.
yeah, we'll have to just wait and see on that one. If you haven't seen it or if you haven't heard about it, go check it out. And
Yeah,
the episodes on that drop every Wednesday as well.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right, let's speak about this now. I've been waiting a while for this. Now,
Ooh,
Deval, you've watched this, right? You've caught up with this, and oh my gosh, man, that first episode, I was like, this is going to be a huge spoiler. This is going to be like, I just got to say this one thing. There's one superhero, one soup in this, right? He can change his size.
termite.
Like
It's called the termite. He's like Ant-Man, basically, isn't it? Yeah,
he's like Ant-Man. He can, like, different sizes. They're at a party, and in true The Boys fashion, they have to go down some deep, dark places. He literally goes deep. He turns to, like, a millimeter size, and he goes inside a man's penis. It's just like, oh my god, they
yeah,
actually go there, devour.
yeah.
It's like, where does this shit come from? And
The
then I forget.
superheroes in this, they're not like your cleanest superheroes that you see in Marvel. These superheroes are like regular people. You get some
Yeah,
seedy, down,
nasty.
low types, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
He's obviously just doing drugs and doing all kinds of shit, but he's got powers and he's taking
Yeah.
advantage of it.
But listen, Homelander, the guy is crazy. Like, when I mean crazy, I mean, like, he's so unhinged. Like,
Mm,
anything can set this guy off, and we've kind of noticed that. We've seen that from season one all the way right the way through here. And the guy who plays kind of Homelander, I think, is really great. When the
yeah,
cameras are flashing on him,
perfect.
beneath all the
Just his mouth.
smiles, right?
He's got just a smug, smile about him. It just
I know. And beneath all of that, the rage, the
mm,
searing kind of like anger that he has, and all he wants to do is just basically destroy everyone, but he can't
yeah.
because obviously a void of controlling him, and like you got to watch season 3 about that. But listen, man, I love the show. I'm so glad it's here,
Best show right now for me.
and
It's one of the best shows on
wicked.
telly on Amazon. If you ain't
Just
got
go watch
Amazon,
it.
go get it. But it's just we can't even express how crazy. Think of Avengers, but 18 X-rated, and
Yeah,
all the characters are just mad. I
yeah,
mean, the
yeah,
first guy we talked about, Termite, who goes into the guy's like Willy, goes into his dick. The guy, like he's basically, I think he's bisexual or something. I don't know, but
yeah,
he's gone into people's orifices to
yeah.
pleasure them. He's gone into the guy's dick, and you see him rubbing the walls of the guy's inside of his
It's so funny,
like, and
man.
it's just like it's mad. And
It's great.
the guy's there enjoying it while
He's getting
but he just
enjoying it.
it's mad. How can you think of this and execute it?
Yeah,
It's mad. You
exactly.
got to watch the boys. You got to
It's
watch the boys.
crazy. It's absolutely brilliant. And like the closest thing that I can say is DC have Peacemaker. Like they have kind of
Yeah,
like
but even that's not even close enough.
even
This is
that's not
just
close enough.
every episode, someone's head explodes or someone gets blown to bits. It's mad,
Multiple heads, man. It's
mad,
wicked.
mad,
It's really good. You should be
mad.
watching the show. Like honestly, this is why you get Amazon
Yeah,
Amazon Prime. Get it for
yeah,
the show.
yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah,
okay. So the next one is Apple TV. This is Apple Plus, and
yeah.
this is Shining Girls. Deval, we
Just
spoke a
real,
bit about this before, but it's
just
great,
to
isn't it?
mention it real quick. Sorry, just real quick that
Okay.
I finished it now. Just real quick, go watch it on Apple TV. This is one of those one of those shows. You mentioned it. You sort of brought this to light.
Yeah.
This show is so clever that I don't think I'm even smart enough to fully comprehend what I just saw.
I know.
Yeah, when I got to the end, I thought, what am I seeing? Like,
I had to
how is
watch
this
it again.
possible? It's just all I'm going to say. The Shining Girls is a smart show. Elizabeth
Yeah.
Moss, Jamie Bell, Wagner from from
Wagner Mara.
Mara from Escobar. Wicked. Just watch it.
Yeah.
Just watch it. It's like Seven. It's like sort of David Fincher. It's like sort of Zodiac. I'm saying no more. That's it. Go watch it. That's it.
Exactly. It's really, really good.
Next.
Next, right? Okay, new trailers. And
Mm.
Devout, did you get a chance to watch this trailer? It's called
No.
Bodies, Bodies,
What's this?
Bodies.
What's
Oh
this?
man, this is mad. And listen, you know that when you watch an A24 trailer, you know you're going to get something special because
Yes.
A24, they're a
Say no
great.
more.
Exactly. So this movie is directed by someone called Helena Rajan, and it stars. It's basically like new actors I haven't really kind of seen. The only people that I do know in this are Lee Pace. Now Lee Pace
Yeah.
was
He
Ronan,
was
the
in
accuser.
Ronin the Accuser. He was in Lord of the Rings as well. They're one of the elf people.
Exactly. And so it
Yeah.
stars Lee Pace and Pete Davidson, who he's like a comedian and he's done kind of like other bits and pieces. But listen,
The one that's going out of Kim Kardashian.
yes, that is the one.
Him.
That is the one.
Okay.
So, and basically, the synopsis is a group of 7 young friends. They have a house party at a remote mansion during a hurricane, and hosted by childhood best friend Sophie. And slowly, they start saying, "Okay, look, they have a drinking game as you do when friends are over." And they're like, "Oh, let's play a game." And as they start playing the game, people in the house basically they start going missing, and there's a murderer within the whole group of friends. But listen, the
Oh my
trailer, it sounds
gosh.
like as if it's like a who done it, like that game, like murder mystery type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's done in the A24 style. So there's blood, there's gore, it's kind of like horror elements. There's comedy in there as well, and it's just freaky. So it's mad. The trailer is called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. The movie's going to be coming out really soon by A24. Check it out. I think it's going to be a good one, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And this one, I'm really looking forward to this release, Devada. This is coming out in August. This is Prey.
This is a Prey trailer 2, and it shows you a bit more. It shows you, yeah, because the first trailer was a teaser. This one, I
Teaser.
think, it's about 2.5 minutes long. It shows you more of the predator battles and the sort of indigenous people that are there
Yep.
to try and defend themselves, and it shows you more about the sort of main. star of the show, how she's going to be, I think, the main person who's going to try and beat this predator. There's
Yep.
a moment where the predator is cloaked, and
Yeah.
the predator uncloaks themselves, but they're sort of lifting up a bear, like a grizzly bear with one arm, like, hooked into his. I mean, to be that strong to lift up a bear, I mean, come on.
Come on.
But this predator is, a lot of people are talking about it because it's been a while, and this one looks like it's going back to its roots of the jungle and
Yeah.
the old school terrain, no tech involved.
Now,
I'm looking forward to this.
yeah, exactly. This is like bow and arrows. Like,
Yeah,
this is the time
exactly.
of like
Yeah,
bow and arrows,
yeah,
man. So
yeah,
how are you gonna
yeah.
defend yourself against
Also, it
like
does show a moment where the I think the Europeans or someone come to the land. There's a quick
mm,
moment where you see people shooting guns, those muskets. So I
yes.
think there could be a transition where it shows what's happening in the history. So
In the
yeah,
history, yeah, a
interesting.
bit historical as well.
Yeah,
Um, so go check that one out. That's actually gonna
yeah.
be coming out in August, and that's gonna be hitting Disney Plus at some
Is
point.
it? Oh, okay, cool. Can't wait for that.
Because it's Hulu, and Hulu stuff they
Yes,
show on Disney or
yes,
Star or
yes,
whatever
yes,
it
yes.
is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, all right, let's speak about
yeah.
this now. Deval, how long has this film been in the making? Just like
Cool.
we've
By all,
spoken about, we've spoken about this teasers. We've spoken about Dwayne the Rock Johnson talking about this and what it means for him, what it means for the DC
mm.
EU. But this is Black Adam. But like, yeah, what's going on here, man?
This is their first proper, like, two and
Yeah.
a half minute trailer. First time we saw some teasers. Now we're getting to see how Black Adam actually, how he works, what kind of powers he's got. Well, we get a glimpse of that anyway. But we see him flying, we see him knocking planes out of the sky, planes with people in them. So he's willing to kill people. We know Black
Mm,
Adam isn't a typical superhero here, and it shows that he's willing to do what it takes to get the job done. His people were hurt, his family were hurt. He's got a score to settle. Doesn't care who gets in his way,
yeah.
and we get to see a glimpse of what Black Adam might be like. Uh, so we get to see him, obviously, the Rock, Dwayne Johnson. We get to see Pierce Brosnan playing
Yeah.
Doctor Fate. We get to see a couple of clips of some other sort of superheroes as well. Aldous
Justice
Hodge
League. Yeah.
as I think Hawkman. We
Yeah.
get to see Atom Man there as well. So we get to see a few glimpses of who's going to be involved. We're not really, I haven't really seen yet about the main villain and people like that, what they look
Mm,
like. But for someone to be up against Black Adam, they need to be really strong.
yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see who
Yes.
that is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, in terms of him being villainous,
Hmm.
I mean, he's not going to go full blown villain, right?
Nah,
This is
anti-hero, I
this is this
reckon.
is
Yeah,
Dwayne, man. This is The
yeah,
Rock.
yeah. I reckon he'll be an anti-hero, and I reckon anyone that he does kill or hurt is going to be someone that's already seen to be bad, who kind of deserves
Right.
it. I don't think he will see him kill good people.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
be it.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And so what's the thing? What's is there beef between Black Adam and Shazam?
Yes, because they're both magic wielding superheroes, and I think in that respect, in that arena, only one can really stand among
Mm,
all the rest. So I think there's that rivalry there,
yeah,
and I think Shazam will see him as a just bad hero, sorry, a bad baddie,
yeah,
and the Black Adam has he's got his idea of how things should be, and they're going to definitely clash. So whether
yeah.
they'll clash in this movie, I doubt it, but
Doubt it.
at some
Yeah,
point they will
exactly.
clash.
It
Mm.
could they could set it up for something like where there could be like a Black Adam like Shazam thing, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it could pit them
yeah.
against each other. Yeah, there's other rumors going around in the DC EU, Deval, that they
Mm.
could be after this Flash movie, and that they could be focusing again on Superman with Henry Cavill back as Superman. There's kind of a
Yeah,
lot of rumors flying around. They're saying that they want to kind of push back on other projects and bring Superman back. But then you know what? Black Adam sounds more interesting at the moment. You know,
he does. He's got
Shazam
some
and
layers. Yeah,
Batman and things like that.
yeah. He's got layers to him. I think Superman doesn't really. We haven't seen yet. Not to say he hasn't got them, but we haven't
Mm,
seen yet. So I think The Rock is more of a. He's got a massive pull in the world, isn't it?
yeah,
Everyone. He's the most electrifying person in all entertainment, you know. So
Exactly. Listen, if you haven't seen any of those trailers, go check them out. We think you're going to enjoy them. Black Adam, Prey, and Bodies, Bodies, and like the other shows as well. Go check them out as well, and let us know what you think. All right, let's
mm,
do anniversary corner, and it's only kind of this fits in well with the movie that we're going to be speaking about. But this is The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and this is from 25 years ago, 1997, Duval. And
yep,
it seems like a lifetime away, man. Seriously. The Lost World.
yeah. Like,
Jesus.
when was the last time someone lost the world? You know, I mean, how do you lose the world?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You know what? This is the one where it's got Sam Neill and Laura Dern in it. They come back for this one, don't they?
No, that's a third one.
Oh, right.
This one's just Jeff Goldblum and what's her name? The redhead lady. Can't remember her name now. Julianne Moore.
Right, 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 right,
Uh,
right. Yeah.
and also got Vince Vaughn as well. So this
This is the
is
one where he had his kid in it. Didn't he have a kid in this one?
yeah, the sister, Vanessa
Yeah.
uh, Chester is her name. I'm not seeing her in
Yeah.
anything else, but yeah, she was the one that at the end was doing gymnastics and she kicked the Velociraptor into the
That's
into
it.
the side. And it was like,
Oh my God.
sheesh.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one I like this one. This was
Yeah.
obviously I think for me the first one's always been the best, but this
It's the
one,
best one. Yeah.
you know, this one they went off to the jungle to try and do their thing or whatever. I was always trying to
Mm,
help someone. I think this one there was a family that got attacked at the beginning, and then they went there to there's always a bad intention and a good intention
mm.
of going to the island where the dinosaurs are, and the graphics were good in this one. This one wasn't directed by Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg. Who was this one?
No,
Who was this?
this one was directed by.
Oh no, it was Steven
It was.
Spielberg.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, I think the third one
Shit,
wasn't. Yeah, this
yeah.
one was. That's why I think this one kept its Spielbergness. I think the third one, I think for me, lost it a bit. But yeah, this one was good. This came out 4 years after the first one, so the graphics were
Wow.
slightly better, but still
Yeah.
they still used a blend of animatronics and computer generated
Mm,
imagery. But yeah, Jeff Goldblum done well in this for me. He wasn't like a typical hero, but
yeah.
he still done a good job, and it was good. It was good when they brought the dinosaurs from the jungle sort of setting to the San Francisco setting,
San Francisco
and we
thing,
saw the
yeah.
T-Rex running around with cars. Just
Yeah.
imagining that is
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Never seen a
And that's
T-Rex
good.
and a car together.
Yeah, and that leads in nice that image or that thought, imagine like,
Mm,
seeing the dinosaurs in the
yeah,
real world kind of fits in nicely with obviously where we're at right now after
yeah,
like, 20 years.
yeah.
Oh, more than 20 years, man. Like, so my question is, before we get into the main movie,
Hmm.
is the way this movie like, where do you see this in the next like 5 years? Like, although they've said that this trilogy now it had to end, but like we're gonna the way it's been left open after each movie, it's kind of like gonna keep coming back, right?
Of
At
course,
some
money
point.
talks. This thing makes them money. Why are they going to stop? Come
Yeah.
on, they're not going to stop, and they're not going to risk the IP going over to someone else if they don't, keep using it. Come on, they're going to do another film. Give it 10 years or whatever. They'll do a new
Yeah.
film. Trust me. Yeah,
It's mad.
they'll,
Okay.
they'll do it. But yeah, 25 years ago, still holds up well. So if you can go and watch Lost World, Jurassic Park, go give it a go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'm like with you with the first one. That's obviously a classic,
Mm,
and yeah, there's kind of great bits in all of them. But
yeah.
that number one for me, I remember watching it in cinema. I was just kind of like blown away by that whole
Clever
thing.
girl,
Clever
the
girl,
T-Rex
amazing.
chase in the first one where you got Jeff Goldblum's in a car and it's chasing in the car and like the
Oh
kitchen
man,
scene with the Velociraptors and she's trying to shut the
that's
thing
the
and
thing,
the
and
reflections. I mean,
the
come on.
bit where the T Rex's foot stamps goes down on the floor, and then the mud spreads, and it's just like seeing that. Oh man,
Drink,
seriously.
the ripples and it shakes on the dashboard.
There you
Come
go. There you
on.
go. All right, listen. So listen, let's get into this. So this is a Jurassic World Dominion, and
Mm,
it's mad, man. There's been like these movies have been going on, like we said. Originally, so Michael Crichton, he who created this, the whole Jurassic Park kind of idea.
yeah.
Original work was from 1990. So the novel came out in
Okay.
1990.
Okay.
Um, Then Jurassic Park came out in 93. Then we had The Lost World, Jurassic Park 97, which we just spoke about. Jurassic Park 3, 2001. Jurassic World 2015. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 2018. And now
Mhm.
Jurassic World Dominion. So the last three of these movies have been this kind of Colin, I think his name is Colin Trevorrow.
Trevorrow or something. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin Trevorrow. So he's been at the helm of these last three kind of like movies. And I remember in 2015 when Jurassic Park came out, when there was this whole kind of like big reboot, remember it was the biggest, it was like $1 billion movie, and it was the first one to get there, wasn't it? Or something.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Or there was a competition between Jurassic Park and Star Wars or something. There was some
Was
sort
it?
of thing.
Okay. Oh yes,
There
I
was
think you're
something
right. Yeah. It done really well. Yeah, I think Star Wars
really
was. Yeah, I think
well.
you're right. Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah. So so they had to kind of reboot the whole thing, and then we had Chris Pratt. Obviously, he was coming off the success of Guardians of the Galaxy, and his profile had kind of like skyrocketed basically, and
Mhm.
the movie was like a massive hit. And then I remember Vincent D'Onofrio, and we had the kind of this thing, Deval. He was doing a lot of this.
Oh.
Like for people watching, I'm just like shoving my hand out because in this movie, in this latest one, it's like everyone, whatever opportunity they get, Chris Pratt, he's got to stick his hand out. It's like he's got to stick his hand out, and as if that is what is going to control a man eating, like probably weighs a ton, like this beast that is going to rip your face off, but his hand in the air is going to basically kind of like stop you. But Devout, let's get into kind of this whole thing, man, with Jurassic World Dominion. So first things first, did we need another movie?
Yes, because it needed to be kind of the trilogy needed to
Closed.
be closed off because in the second one, Fallen Kingdom, the dinosaurs were running around, just
Hmm.
in the cities and in the world. So something needed to be said and done to close off that chapter. Yes, it
Yeah,
needed to be done,
it's something needed to be done, right? And
but not like this.
not like this. Listen. Let me just say one thing. I was laughing so much because I couldn't believe what they had committed to celluloid. Like seriously, there were so many things that I was like, no, you can't. This can't be going on.
Mm,
I was
mm.
laughing at this. I was laughing at that bit. I was laughing at how they escaped, how they survived. The amount of times it's clearly a movie that you have to kind of leave your brain at the
Yeah,
door
yeah,
and you have to just basically go for the ride.
yeah.
And the first devout, I might have, maybe I missed the beginning bit, but where the hell did this whole daughter, this girl thing come into it? Did I miss something?
She was in the second one. Remember, she was the clone. She was in the house in the second one.
Yeah,
And then Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas, they found her, and then I guess they looked after her because she had nowhere else to go. So she
right.
kind of became their daughter, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but there's a new company now. There's a new company that's kind of taken over. I think it's called
yeah,
Biosys. They
yeah,
are they took the animals, or yeah, they kind of like taken the animals and they've created their own little sanctuary and they're doing experiments and they're
mm,
trying to create, or the person in charge of the company is trying to kind of uh, clone like the dinosaur so that then he can create a need for food or something, and there's
yeah.
some sort of kind of crazy plot going
He's,
on in
he's
the
trying to
background
create
there.
a famine in the world that he's
That's it.
engineered through the locusts that are going around eating the harvests and crops. So he's creating the need for him. So he's kind
Yeah.
of doing it so the world will. He's using the world to ransom, basically. So it's
Yeah.
very,
So
very,
you've got that CEO, that crazy kind of CEO, and he reminded me of kind of like Steve Jobs type of a thing. And then you've got obviously Chris Pratt's character. They're looking after the kid. So there's that kind of whole kind of familial story going on. And then you've got Sam Neill, who's they brought back Sam Neill. He's still a paleontologist. He's kind of like in digging somewhere off in somewhere in North Africa or whatever it is. And they got to bring Laura Dern back as well. So they got to
Mm.
bring those two together. And then finally, the final piece of the puzzle is Jeff Goldblum and how he's kind of connected the whole thing. So they've got to manage all these moving parts. But the way they do this, Divaldo, oh my gosh, man! You tell, like, seriously, what's going on? How did this happen?
I just got sick of it after a while. I just got sick of it. I don't think. I think this new trilogy has gotten progressively worse, just
Worse.
like the old one. The old one, first is the best, second is good. The third one, uh, the third one, I still think's better than a
The
couple of these ones.
yeah, this
Yeah,
one
but
basically.
still, this one here, just like you said, they've got the old guard and the new guard.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt is getting on my nerves now. When it comes to Jurassic Park, holding out your hand
Oh,
doesn't change the dinosaur wanting to kill you. You can't do it to anyone but Blue. Okay, I give you that. Anyone but Blue, but you can't be doing it to dinosaurs in the wild, T Rex, this Rex, that, whatever, and it's working. No,
oh
no.
my
And then Bryce
gosh.
Dallas Howard, when they go to that bit, there's a bit in the movie where they go to like a underground sort of society where they buy and
Mm,
trade dinosaurs.
the black market
They,
for dinosaurs.
exactly, they go there and things go, belly up. Dinosaurs get loose and they start chasing around, some of the goodies that we're dealing with, Bryce Dallas and Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
She, yeah, needs to go and run 100 meters in the Olympics because I swear she was out running a velociraptor. Yeah,
How? How is that
on
even possible?
rooftops. She was doing parkour. Yeah, this girl has been chilling out in the woods for the past 4 years. I don't know how she's been training to do parkour, where you
Oh
run
my
around on
gosh.
rooftops
Yeah.
at like I don't know how many miles an hour jumping. There's a part where she jumped from one roof to a
Roof.
balcony. She hit the railing.
James Bond
The
style.
railing the railing broke. She didn't break any ribs. She's good to get up and go. Yeah, and the reason why I know she was running mad fast is because those same velociraptors were chasing her and Chris Pratt when they were in a bike and a car,
Yes,
and
exactly.
those velociraptors were able to
Keeping
keep
up.
up to a bike and a car going at relatively full speed.
Yeah.
And if you can't chase someone on a roof running around, these dinosaurs as well, for some reason, they lose their grip when
Oh.
when they're chasing humans. They can't, as in like dinosaurs haven't evolved to be able to run,
Listen,
on.
this is how bad the editing was in this movie, right? So they're in America. So Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt, and someone's saying to them, "Hey, listen, look, your daughter, she's been taken and she's going to be in Malta somewhere, and we've got a local team. They're undercover, and we think you know the guy, and it's Omar Sy from
Yeah, Lupin.
yeah, Lupin from Lupin and from the first one. So Chris Pratt and so Owen and Bryce Dallas Howard, they're walking down like the streets of Malta, and Lupin, he just goes hi. He just comes out of nowhere. He goes, where the hell did he come from? And he's supposed to be undercover. He just like bumps into them on the street and like,
No,
hey,
no, no disguise, no nothing, just out
no
there
nothing.
showing their full face.
Exactly, right? And then the other bit where I've got to say this, right? Omar Sy, he's been kind of caged in somewhere. He's like, no, no, he's trying to get out. He's trying to get out. He had a gun all that time. Why didn't he just shoot them?
Thank you. The dinosaur's right there. He's not shooting the dinosaur. Why? Because what he
Oh
loves.
my.
This dinosaur wants to eat you, and you're there playing like protect the species,
Right.
protect
So
animals.
there's just so many crazy, outlandish shit going on in the movie. Then Divaldo, there's an airplane sequence, and the pilot, oh, she's looks great, by the way. She's really good, and they go on this hair raising like crash land into the ice, and they survive that. How the hell they survive that airplane crash is
Do you know
beyond
why? Because
belief.
this is a cartoon. It's not a film. Cartoons, people can do that shit. You crash, you fall, you just get up. No limp, no broken bone, no bruise.
Nothing.
You know,
Nothing.
it's, and the pilot, yeah, she's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
There's something about I see Hollywood's doing something these days. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but when they put in certain, it's almost like certain people are cast to fit
Yes.
a certain stereotype.
I know what
Like
you mean.
why does this sister have to be like the LGBT, the cis, like they can't just get like a separate, like they're trying to hit all kinds of boxes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
you're
let's
trying to,
tick
okay,
this
you
off,
got
tick this off, tick this off.
tick off the black box. Okay, so that's one.
Yeah.
Tick off the LGBT blocks. Oh shit. should we hire someone else to be the LGBT? No, the
Nah,
black one can do it as
yeah, she
well.
could do that.
And she's a sister. That's 3 boxes in one. I mean, what's all these boxes that they need to tick these days? I don't get it.
It's so true.
I,
And there's a bit where a dinosaur's chasing them, and so Chris Pratt and her, like, they're running, and she's going, ah! There's a bit, it was just like she just screaming out loud, and I was just like, oh, the acting was so bad, and it was just like, no, please, man, please.
oh my gosh, this
Oh,
film, this and the
mhm.
graphics weren't even anything made. The dinosaurs, yeah. There's okay,
There was
so
no hardly T Rex.
the T
They, they
Rex,
they
yeah,
they brought
T
in
Rex
another.
older.
Yeah.
No, at the end there was a T Rex, but the
Oh,
T
sorry, there was.
Rex
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
and that one there.
In the
To the
water.
one. No, the one, not the one with the water. Is it in the water? Yeah, is it the same one that was in the water? And then towards the jungle, Bryce Dallas Howard, she had to swim on the water
Swim in the
to
water. That bit was
see
good. Yeah.
that dinosaur with the jagged, the Freddy Krueger one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So
mad. That one. I haven't seen that one before.
that dinosaur, it took that one and the T Rex to beat the most ferocious one that they've
Yes.
designed on the
Um.
island.
Exactly. So they had the T Rex, but then there was because I always thought like I'm talking about in real life now. I thought the
Yeah.
T Rex was the largest like dinosaur, but no,
There's
this
other
other
ones, yeah.
dinosaur was bigger.
Even Allosaurus, I think Allosauruses are bigger, but I'm not sure if they're as ferocious. But this
Right.
one's called a Gigantanosaurus. I don't know if
Wow.
it's a real one or not, but that one there is bigger than a T Rex, more ferocious, and it basically battered up the T Rex. The T Rex was knocked out. It was knocked out, and it
And
took.
then they zoom in on the eye, and then the eye just it's like
How the T
Terminator
Rex was just
style.
knocked out like that? Come on, this ain't no film. And it took the other one that I can't pronounce, the Freddy Krueger one, and the T Rex to team up together, and basically all the T Rex done was a bit of a what's the glass fight that you love where they just push each other. T Rex just
They just pushed.
pushed the big one onto the other one. He's got the claws out, and funnily enough, it was a right angle that this other dinosaur just fell through the claws and died. It was such a
Oh
stupid
my
ending.
gosh.
And those two dinosaurs would naturally have to fight, but they
Fight
don't.
each other because then they become the apex predators. Like,
Exactly. They just walk off. It's
oh
crazy.
my god. The budget on this movie, folks, was apparently it's between 165 and 185 million dollars.
It'll make
All
it
right.
back though. It's Jurassic Park. It'll make it back. Trust me.
Yeah.
It will.
It just kind of I don't know. It's just like
Make it. Kids are gonna go see this. My sister's taking her kids to see it yesterday. I
yeah,
know for a fact kids thing of when you get
I love
kids
this.
involved. Do you know why? Because adults need to take the kids. That's
Yeah.
automatic tickets that
Ka-ching.
are getting
That's
bought.
like about
That
40 quid, 50 quid.
exactly 4 people at once, just for one person wanting to see the film. This film's gonna make a billion. It's gonna
Yeah.
make a billion. It's gonna make
Yeah,
its money
man.
back, or make near a billion. They'll make their money back, and they're gonna make another one. Give it 5 6 years, they'll make another one. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
There'll be another
I
island. This thing happened. This person's found it. Ooh, well, and it might even be somewhere different. It might be somewhere in like Asia. It might be
yeah, who
different
knows?
scenery altogether.
But the thing is, the way they left it open was, and this is a spoiler, is the dinosaurs are there. They're just roaming around
Yeah,
the earth now.
yeah,
There's no
yeah,
kind of putting them back on an island. They're just in the world, and the the animals, in the animal kingdom, have to live with them now. So they
yeah.
have these kind of shots of like horses running with the Parasaurolophus or whatever
Oh,
it is, and
don't,
then the
please.
pterodactyls flying with the birds at the
Oh,
end, and it was just like, oh
don't,
my
don't,
gosh,
don't,
man.
don't, don't. We cannot coexist with dinosaurs, man. It's not gonna happen.
Like, honestly, man, what is this doing?
Oh,
Um, but check this out. So I've just gone onto the Wikipedia page, and the final thing it says about this movie is the film received generally negative reviews from critics.
mm, yeah. But they don't care. Money talks. This film will make money.
Oh
Critics,
man.
like kids are gonna see this. It's 6 out of 10 on IMDb. I think it deserves that. Maybe a 5.5, but yeah, it just for me. I mean, go and see it because it's entertaining, but
Yeah.
it's nothing more than that. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely one where, like, where your kids are going to be like, "Oh, they like dinosaurs. Let's go check it out." And like,
Yeah.
um, but
Yeah,
listen,
I
hey
love
ho,
dinosaurs, but I just Jurassic Park has it's just gotten worse for me.
for me, Camp
Um,
Cretaceous is like much better, man.
Funny enough, that was retconned. Was it retcon? How do you say it? Retconned? It was part of the it's part of the film. You know that it's actually part of the. I don't know if you noticed there was a short clip where they were talking about over the past few years since Fallen Kingdom how dinosaurs have integrated into society, different incidents that have happened. And there was a clip. They
Oh,
showed a clip of Camp Cretaceous. Camp Cretaceous is an animation, isn't it?
yeah, it's on
Mm,
it's on
But the,
Netflix.
yeah, but the clip they showed was of live action, and they showed that clip of the camp being attacked, and it was the same clip from Camp Cretaceous. So that is part of the Jurassic Park,
Oh, that's
like
pretty cool then.
yeah, that's part of Jurassic Park
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? I'm gonna go back to the cinema, pay for a ticket to just watch that bit.
no, you know.
No, not like shit I am, mate. That's like, oh my gosh. Like seriously. Listen, look, it's a big movie. It's the big movie of the week, but it's not
Oh,
our movie
gosh.
of the week. Like, if you
No.
know what I'm saying. So listen, look, that's all we've got time for. We've kind of rambled on a bit. And
Mm,
next week we're gonna be obviously, bringing you more things. We're gonna be getting into Ms. Marvel a bit more.
yeah.
Final few episodes left of Obi-Wan Kenobi, so we're going to be speaking about that, and we're going to be bringing you a review of Men,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
um,
Yes.
which is pretty crazy. So listen out for that one, and remember, follow us, like us, do all that sort of stuff. Keep in touch with us.
Yeah.
See you on the other side.
Yep. Peace out. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Just pop in the Flixters podcast.